All right, hello humans, and today we're going to talk about why you need a traveler guitar. You need this. Well, you might need it. So I played a lot of shows where I would have to fly a lot, and sometimes I went overseas, sometimes I just went to, New England from Florida, what have you. But I never wanted to bring my main guitar, which is a Music Man, because, it's a lot of money, and I don't want to get banged around. So my wife found this thing, because she knows how much I love Steve Vai and love Ibanez and Gems and whatnot. And it's this traveler guitar called a Vibrant, and it is, it's like a gem cut in half. And I didn't really change much like I normally would. Like I would automatically, the first thing I do is I put 3 of the same pickups that I always put in. I put in a Super 3, I put in a Cruiser, and I do a Humbucker for Hell. It's in every single guitar that I have pretty much, unless it's a 2 pickup guitar. Because these pickups are so well balanced that I didn't really want to mess around with a good thing. I did change the Floyd Rose. I didn't not like the other Floyd Rose, but this one was burnt chrome and it was all fancy looking. Like it's all like purplish. I don't know if you can see that from the camera, but I'll see if I can put a close-up shot of it later. And I put this Tessie kill switch in. My buddy Bill Dorsmith put that in because he's awesome. And Tessie are, in my opinion, the superior kill switches. And this one's great. It's like a pink Double Dragon arcade one from back in the day because I'm old and I used to play Double Dragon on the arcade. But I digress. It's depressing when you think about that. But it's great. It's a maple neck and maple all the way around. I hate when there's a maple neck and it's like not true maple on the front. This thing's great. It is not as thin as some of the Ibanez, what are they called? Wizard necks, I think they're called. This one has some meat on it, and it has meat in all the right places. It feels very comfortable. Now, bear in mind, I play Spanish guitar a lot, so I like a guitar with a little more size to it. It doesn't have a lot of size. It has, I don't know if it's called quarter saw, but it has a good feel to it, a good meat to it. I like it. But the pickups really shine, and let me take the distortion off. Also, I'm getting my effects from the plug-in GTR from Waves, going through my Pro Tools. I'm not using an amp, and I just think it's the best way for me to do it here. So let me turn this distortion off. Okay, so this is the bridge pickup. It is snarky, and it reminds me of DiMarzio's Super 3, which is an incredible pickup because it really boosts the mid-range. And when you boost that mid-range frequency with a tube amp, you are going to slam that front end, boy. Now, the next pickup up, these 2 pickups together, I should say, the notch position has a great strat sound. Very cool. And the middle position, which usually is not a position I ever touch in any shape or form, it actually has a good, almost has like a good chicken pick, which is weird because chicken picking on this thing, it's got to look a little silly. I mean, I'm a silly guy anyway, so I can understand. But it really has a great... And I'm not accenting this with Waves at all. This is just one of their amplifiers, no compression, none of that garbage. Now, the next notch position is really clean. And the bass end of it seems to bloom. So you can see, you can get a good Hendrix Strat sound out of this. The one thing that threw me, and threw me in a good way, is the neck position is not tubby like a lot of humbucking neck pickups are. It's bright. Now, here's why I want to show you the distortion on this, because why that is important is when you use the neck position with distortion, sometimes it gets that tubby sound. And when I say tubby, it sounds fat and sloppy. This does not do that. Let me, 1 second later. Like, that's the neck. I mean, that's got a good crunch to it still. I have fun. But really, if you're looking for a guitar to bring with you to, like, you know, some places where you don't want to bring your, like, $3,000 guitar, which, let's face it, if you're going to, like, an open mic or an open jam, do you really want to bring, you know, the best of the best? No. And this thing, I gotta say, it sounds on point with some of my best guitars. I got tons of Fenders. I've got a Les Paul custom, I've got a Godin, I've got a 50th anniversary Strat, and I would put this up with any of those guys that you can't see off camera, so I could be making it up. Who knows? I'm fun. But definitely, if you're looking for a great guitar to mess around with, I mean, you can't go wrong with a Traveler guitar. Now, what's really cool is you might not like the Vice style one like this. They also have, like, these cool Strat ones that are, like, basically Strats cut in half. And they look cool. And based on how good this sounds, and I think I saw one of the Strat ones go for as little as, like, $300 new or $350 new. I don't know. I might grab one of those, too. But I don't know. Be safe, humans. And please like, share, and subscribe. And love ya. Thank you.